is no denying that activity books sell well on Amazon. In fact, it's probably an understatement to say that the growing trend for educational books for children at home is on a roll and not looking like slowing down anytime soon. But to create these from scratch involves creating tables in a stable software, and I know from past experience that even with master pages to help me, it's a slow process. Not to mention coming up with ideas for variety, such as adding images in to make things fun for younger children. So what if there was a better way? Now, if you've not been here before, my name's Jane Willingale of Silver Zone Printables, and I create videos for this channel based on low content publishing and printables for Etsy or similar platforms, and tips for using the Affinity Suite to achieve just that. And if that kind of thing interests you, then click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload new videos like this. And if you find this video helpful, then please do click on the like button, which will help this video get seen and help me grow this channel. I really do appreciate it. So when I do a search for maths activity books, at the time of recording this video, there are 60,000 results. And look at all the keyword options Amazon gives you. Definitely spoilt for choice. But the thought of creating each page more or less separately is daunting, right? Not to mention coming up with all the problems and the solutions, a bit like going back to school yourself. So if I said to you there was now an app that you could log into and create a maths activity book, complete with images and solutions within an hour, you'd probably say no chance. Well, this new app I've been lucky enough to have a review access to does just that, and you really do need to check it out if you are in this kind of niche. There are 4 levels to the math worksheet generator, and I'm going to quickly go through each of them here so you can see what the options are. For the front end version of the math worksheets generator, when you've logged in, you will come to this page, and because you'll have access to the front end only, you'll only see a green tick here, and you'll click on Access Now, and then you'll come to a default collection, or you can create a new one with a new name, but we'll go into the default one for now because this is just an overview. So with the front end, you'll just get these 4 different types of templates that you can use. You've got a great deal of variety in amongst those 4 sections, so you can have a really decent set of maths worksheet books that you can put out without ever going any further. You could then add your own images and borders, etc. once you have downloaded the book in another program, but if you wanted to do more of that, then you would need to buy one of the upsells. For the Pro upsell, you'll see you'll now got 2 ticks, and if you click on Access, you can again come through to a default collection, and if you click through, you will see that there are more templates that you have access to: step multiplication, long division, and you can upload your own images, which you can't do in the front end. So you do get access to quite a few more things. For the third upsell, which is the premium, you'll again get more templates. So if I click up here to the template list, you can see that you have the first 4 plus the step multiplication, lattice multiplication, long division and time. So the lattice multiplication and the time are the 2 extras in the premium section. And again, you can add in your own images. And then for the Elite, you have access to everything, which is all of the math worksheets, which are available up as far as premium, and a vast array of images that are provided, which can be added in to help create interest and to add to the maths problems. You can upload unlimited images of your own, the settings page allows you to change the page sizes, which you can do in all of them from the front end. If you come back to the original home page, you have a settings page, which, because this is the beta version, they're not all in there yet. You have a support link and you have a vast array of training. These are all done as PDFs that you can click through to, articles which give you step-by-step instructions on every section of the app and how to use it, with clear images and how, where to access, which bits you need to click on, which are probably way over the top, but if you've never used something like this before, it's going to be absolutely marvelous. These cover every element of how to create a book, maths worksheet book, from how to use all the different templates, how to add in pages, an introduction to them, what they are, the design assets, just endless. It's really extensive training. So I've come back into the Elite section and I'm going to briefly create my first project, just so you can see how quick this is to do. And I'll create that collection and click on it to go through. So my advice would be to set up 2 or 3 pages that you could use or that you can replicate with nothing on them other than the titles, so that you can just clone those pages down through the document, and then add in the sums that you want to create on the pages. To add text, it is as simple as clicking on the Add Text button. A box pops up. You can change the size. I've found that 32 is about the right size for a heading. Take out the text that's there and we'll call the first page Addition. We'll put that in the center by choosing the alignment box, and I think we might make it bold. I'm trying to select the text. You don't need to, you just click on the bold button and it will select it and change it to bold. Now you can also come over here to the left hand side to the settings and add in the page margins and show the page margins, which I like to do so that you can see whereabouts on your page your text etc. is fitting. And I think it's probably useful to have page numbering on pages with sums on, just so that people can refer back to whichever pages they need to. Okay, so that's our first page with the title of Addition. So I'm going to create 3 more pages, one for subtraction, one for multiplication and one for division, and create those as blank pages which I can then duplicate and then add the sums in. To add more pages, you simply click on Add Page. It's as simple as that. Add a title. You can clone the pages if you wish, when you want to clone all the ones with the same titles. And if you clone the page rather than adding a page at this point, so it has the title already in there, you don't even need to reset the text. So there I have 4 pages with 4 different titles, which I can now use as basic templates for the rest of the book. You can change the number of rows and columns for each of the pages that you generate. So you can make these a lot bigger for younger children and have less rows, update the worksheet, and it becomes a much simpler sheet for younger children to see. And if I clone that page, it will create another one, but the page will have different sums on it. Really smart software that is. I really like that feature. So it's not a case of having to generate separate pages, you can just simply clone more. There are a huge range of images that you can pull in to use as decoration to create unique workbooks. You can use them as in borders, you can pull them in and shrink them down in size, you can add them in as interest to the pages, create extra puzzles and sums using those images for more interest for the children to find, or even adults to find, to make sums more interesting. Because let's face it, math can be a really boring subject if it's not made interesting at a young age. I think, having briefly gone through this software, that it has enormous potential for books for KDP, and I can see already that there is going to be more things added. There's going to be more training articles. I know there's going to be more things added into the background, which will make this whole app much more elaborate than it is even at the moment. Now, this is the Elite, which is the complete package, which, if you can afford it, I would recommend you get it. I guess the images are not entirely essential, but they certainly make life a lot easier and will save you spending hours uploading images here, which of course you can also do if you have your own images you want to use. But if you have the whole thing, it's going to make life a lot easier for you. The books are easy to download just by literally clicking on a download button. You've got 4 different options. The PowerPoint option is available in the first upgrade, but the other 3 are available from the front end. This means you've got multiple choices as to how you edit and format the finished file. For myself, I would pull it in as a PDF into Affinity Publisher, and I would add my borders and additions in there. But if you don't have any of the Affinity suite, then you can obviously do the same thing in PowerPoint. You could also pull it into the likes of Word and add in various images there. Here's a quick rundown of the features of the different levels for this program. And in the front end, you just get a massive range. You can create the books easily. You can switch between multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. You can chop and change the pages on the fly, and you can easily shuffle the pages around and the various options, add in solution pages, and all of these extra options with various formatting, 900 plus fonts. As I said earlier, the option to download in 3 different formats right from the get-go and import those files into various programs to do further formatting if you wish. Up to 100 downloads per month. You really don't need anything else if you just want to create the slightly more basic books. If you want to add the more complicated sums in, then go for option 1, which gives you unlimited downloads in the month, allows you to download into PowerPoint, gives you an unlimited color palette as well, upload your own images, bulk clone features, extra math problems, and commercial use rights, which comes with the front end as well. And then further on, for the last 2 upsells, there are some specific niches. You've got create fractions, decimals, percentages, lattice multiplication. I've got to say, I'd never heard of that until I read this. Maths has obviously changed a lot since I did it. And options to create more worksheets. And then in the final upgrade, you have all these design elements that I mentioned that you can add in for extra interest, as well as extra niches and borders and shapes that you can use within. Niranjan and Bing's team have really outdone themselves with this one in my view, and I've used a lot of their apps. This one really does take everything to the next level. I hope that gives you, albeit brief, overview of what the app will do. Basically help you create maths worksheets for children and adults very, very quickly. And as Niranjan says, they are KDP publishers promoting and publishing stuff for KDP publishers. They understand how the industry works, and they know what kind of things to fix and what kind of things to provide for their customers. Well worth checking out, even if you only go for the front end version. The launch runs from the 22nd of July until the 25th, and then the price reverts to the normal price. The launch finishes on the 25th of July, and then the price will revert to the normal higher prices. You'll find details of those in the description below, as well as links to the app if you wish to check it out further. I believe this is one app any publisher should have in their arsenal to help speed up their production. I'll be doing another video showing more detail of how to create an activity book using this app, and we'll link it once done. I've been Jane Willingale of Silverzone Printables. Thanks for watching. See you next time.